Hi everyone, Ian here. So in the last session we looked at mental well-being. Remember, mental well-being is the aspiration where every individual realises his or her own potential, can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively and fruitfully, and is able to make a positive contribution to his or her community. Well, a huge part of that is having mental resilience. So this time we're going to look at resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back following exposure to traumatic events, stress and adversity. Resilient people are better able to cope with pressure, change and trauma in their lives. They have the ability to bounce back quickly from setbacks, adversity and stress. Have a look at this short film.
What is resilience? In short, resilience is the ability to cope when something goes wrong. From our ancestors' instinct to survive, to modern-day stresses and strains. Our resilience has helped us to bounce back when things haven't gone to plan. But what does resilience look like? People who are more resilient are likely to be better at solving problems, ask for help when they need it, and have a can-do attitude. People who are less resilient are likely to struggle under pressure, experience symptoms of anxiety and depression, and often feel deflated and hopeless when things go wrong. So what can you do to boost your resilience? 1. Break the problem down. It'll be much easier to manage in smaller pieces. 2. Focus on the positives. It'll help you feel more optimistic about finding a solution. 3. Build and use your support network. Whether it's friends, family, or colleagues, it's good to have someone in your corner. 4. Look after yourself. It'll help you refocus, making you feel more confident and in control. 5. Know your limits. If we take on too much, we can feel overwhelmed and unable to cope. Resilience is a skill that you can develop, and it takes practice. Over time, you'll become better and better at resolving problems when they arise. Try these 5 tips to boost your bounce-back ability.
I hope you agree that this very little film gives us some top tips. As a result of the STAG training, the Gamekeepers Welfare Trust has developed a Gamekeepers Resilience model. As you can see, it has 4 components: set goals, take action, awareness, get talking. Let's look at these in a bit more detail. Set goals. Throughout your career, you should regularly look forward 5 years and ask yourself, where do I want to be? What do I want to be doing? How can I achieve that? What courses and continual professional development do I need to achieve this? Clearly, all of the points on the slide need to be taken into consideration as you set those goals. Take action. Make a plan of how to achieve your goals. Once again, the factors on the slide need to be taken into consideration. For example, what are my roles and responsibilities? If they're not already in place, you need to sit with your boss and discuss exactly what your roles and responsibilities are. Logistical factors. Is the equipment right for the job? Do I need anything else? Operational factors. Are you trained to do what is being asked of you? Risk controls. Is there a health and safety at work policy? Risk assessments, method statements for task and PPE in place? If not, how do I get it? Emergency preparedness. What do we do in the case of an emergency? And it needs to be practiced. Training. It's essential that you're trained to do what is asked of you. If not, ask for training. Team cohesion. The old adage of work hard, play hard springs to mind here. We need the whole team to be involved, including families. Consider social events, barbecues, etc. It's amazing how quickly that brings people together. Internal and external engagement. What rules or facilities are in place to highlight issues within your work environment? How do we react to the public? Does the estate have a message to get out? Awareness. You need to be aware of your own situation. It's too easy to get sucked into the job and forget about important personal and family matters. As the slide shows, personal well-being. There's only one person that will look after you, and that's you. You know when things are not right. Find someone you're happy to talk to. It's also important to know when you need to go to the doctors. Personal well-being. Am I doing the best job I can? Am I happy at work? If not, talk to someone about it. Relationships at work and at home. Only you know what those relationships are like. Continue professional development. Do not sit back and relax. What can I do to make myself more employable? Are my tickets up to date? Housing. You have the right to live in a fully functioning house. How do you get that work done on the house? Who do you need to talk to? Find out and make sure you have the contact numbers, etc. Appraisals and reports are an important part of the job. It confirms your roles and responsibilities and if you're doing it right. What do I need to improve on? What training do I need? Get a written copy of all agreed actions. Health surveillance. Be aware of your mental state. Talk to your family, friends and colleagues, and don't be afraid to go to the doctors. Remember, it's okay not to be okay. Get talking. So in order to get the plan to work and protect yourself from potential mental health problems, you will need to speak to many different people. Your employee, employer, work colleagues, family network, friends, and the Gamekeepers Welfare Trust are all there for you and to help. Industry bodies like the NGO, BASC, GWCT are all great sources of information. Your doctor and the NHS have masses of experts in the field. Do not be afraid to use them. They will help. Finally, organisations like Samaritans and Mind are available totally confidentially and will offer non-judgmental and, where applicable, advice as necessary. Probably and most importantly is to find someone that you trust to become your confidant. This will be someone that understands you, your family and your work. It will be someone that you can talk freely to and who will be non-judgmental and give sound, sage advice and guidance that is in your best interests. What we're going to do now is watch another short film highlighting some of those issues.
We all know that life has its ups and downs. Many of us make plans for the future that include the ups, finding a fulfilling career, meeting our true love. But we often don't anticipate the downs in quite the same way. When we're inevitably confronted with life's challenges, some of us appear better equipped to deal with them than others. We bounce back. We swim rather than sink. Bend as opposed to break. This inner strength is resilience, and it's a powerful tool to harness in pursuit of our personal and professional ambitions. Like any skill, resilience can be learned. It just takes some practice. By getting some of the basic foundations right, like sufficient, good quality sleep, moderate exercise, and by giving ourselves some me time, we can set ourselves up to thrive.
Ladies and gents, we all have mental health, either good or bad, but ultimately there is only one person that will look after you, and that is you. It takes courage to ask for help, and that first step is the hardest. We at the Gamekeepers Welfare Trust are here and will be with you the rest of the way. We will remain in touch with a family or person in need for as long as is required, helping them to lighten the load. So if you have a problem, please get in touch. We will listen, be non-judgmental, and where applicable, give advice and guidance. I hope this short presentation has helped in a small way. And next week, we're going to look and talk about stress.